Out of all the hip hop, which is the one that got you and you was like, wow, like I can't believe this happened?
By far, for me, it's Big. My first time, The Lox. It was our first time in L.A. when Big got killed.
Well, so y'all was out there
We
when
was
he
at
got
the
killed.
party. We was with him before, the day before. We was in his like
Did you not feel
happiest
like it
time
was
and the saddest
dangerous?
time at one
Did
time.
you not feel like it was dangerous being in LA and he had the East Coast, West Coast beef? And
I felt it was dangerous, but we really didn't know how to. We know what I'm saying. We didn't know what was really going on. We knew that shit was going on, but we didn't. We never been there. We thought we was heavily protected. We thought we was good. You know what I mean? We thought we was the same way. We kind of was because we had Bad Boy in, we had D in them. We had a different kind of Army brigade with us. We had extra. We had extra protection.
shout out to D and Ice Pick J. You know,
Rest
they
in
saved
peace.
my life, Ice Pick J. You saved my life one time.
I heard that story.
That's a real story.
Heard
They was
about
gonna get me. And, you know, I had a lot of beef with the West Coast. I'm probably, and we're not stirring nothing up, but I'm probably the only rapper from New York that had physical beef with the West Coast, like real physical war. It went down, right? So when I go over there, me and Pun out there for the Grammys, there's 1 million cop cars in the street. And, you know, it was like gang beef. So they had a guy with jerry curls, a bubble goose. It was hot as hell. And the gun was to his ankle. I don't know how there's 1 million cops out here. They don't see the guy, O-Dog from the fucking Menace to Society. Like the man in the middle of the street dripping the fucking jerry curl juice with a machine gun with a bubble goose on in the summer. And we don't rat. But I'm looking like, Jesus Christ, don't nobody see. And he looked at me like he could not go back to the hood without clapping Fat Joe. Not clapping, killing me. He had a machine gun. And so it's 1 million cops out there. I fucked up because we at the mansion. We knew whatever was gonna happen, you know, don't go out over there. And we still, like dummies, went out. Shout out my brother Tone Patron, held it down, all of us. And so I'm sitting out there and the guy's there. There's a girl standing next to me and she sees what's going on and she looks at me and says, a girl from New York, she said, "Nah, I'm sorry." She was like, "Joe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is happening to you." Like she could probably see like death in my face. Like the guy he was trying to figure out how to shoot me and get away from the 1,000 cops, but he couldn't go back to his hood without shooting me. So he was like, he looked like a dog in rage. And then out of nowhere, the door opens and D comes out. And D comes out, he's like, "Yo, Crack, what's up, this and that?" And I looked at him, I said, "Yo." I just nodded the head. D from the Rough Riders, he looks over there.
General.
The general looks over there, he looks back at me, he said, "That's for you, Crack?" I said, "Yeah, it's for me." He said, "Yo, Ice Pick is gonna turn this corner in a white van. Y'all better just get in there, get out of here," right? So the van pull up. Ice Pick ain't even know he was saving us, right? He was coming around to get D. The van pull up. We got in that bitch like the fucking painting from Good Times. You remember Good Times? They had the shit where everybody was dancing sideways and shit like that. Good Times. Like, yo, we slid in that motherfucker. Yo, God was with us. It was crazy. It was like 6 or 7 of us. We got in that bitch and left in the van and looked back. That guy was so confused. He didn't know where the fuck we went. Because it was like too crowded. We got in the van. I was like, "Yo, Ice Pick, thank you. Saved my life. You don't understand this." He was like, "What happened?" I said, "Yo, nigga had the machine gun. He ready to clap us. This D told us to get in there." So he took us to the mansion, which a couple of blocks away. After that, we were safe. We went to the Grammys with guns on us. Me and Big Pun, that picture that you see us looking like superheroes, we actually had hammers on us in the Grammys because that was too much. We stepped outside. The point is, the danger, you know, is always there. I think of Big L, right?
Rest in peace to Big L.
Yeah, I'm saying he would not hurt a fly. Big L gambled, rhymed, had fun, never bothered the human being in his life.
He loved the ladies.
He loved the ladies. He chilled. He was funny. My little brother. And they murdered him on the block that he talked about in every one of his albums. 139. I remember rushing up there when they told me I was at D&D. Cam and them was outside. I'm outside. They still got the body on the floor, right? And so he got murdered on his block. Same thing with Jam Master Jay. And so you say to yourself, we work so hard to better ourselves. At the end of the day, you got something to say. You rap. You want to rap about whatever you want to rap about. You want to show the world you're the best rapper. Then obviously we get financially smart till we see that there's money out here and we figuring out how to do this. I think backer in the day was more celebrated.
Backer.
I think
I like that word.
backer in the day, old school, it was more celebrated. So we saw the hustlers, we seen everybody showing their shit off and they inspired us. But over the years with social media and all that, I think it's like bittersweet because it's more people looking at you with jealous eyes and hatred.
That's definitely, I think technology definitely plays a part of it because before it was just, you were here of the Boy Georges and whoever it is that was in Queens or Harlem. It was, you might could see him if you could make it to the Fever or one of them parties or the rooftop or some shit like
Castle.
you might have a chance to get a glimpse of somebody, but other than that, you just heard who was getting busy in the Bronx or YO or Queens or Brooklyn. And it then put the hate cancer couldn't spread. Now you can just scroll down and the switch can hit on. Now. Any social media platform, you know what I mean? You can look on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. They can create their own narrative of hate now. Somebody can just say, I don't like Fat Joe, and just make a whole page and a whole shit of it.
Tell me about it.
Couldn't do that back in the day.
Nah, that happens.
It happens.
Right?
It happens to all of us.
It happens to everybody, huh? And what's crazy is if we take it to modern day, skip a couple of eras, these kids are like getting murdered on video. Like Nipsey Hussle got, I think
everything's on video now, crack. That's the whole, everything. But everybody even's going like this. Or is an eye in the sky. That pole has a camera that goes to the White House. The leaves on that trees is connected to Albany. It's really no fucking way to do anything right now opposed to back in the days. You had to see somebody somewhere passing that Jew man or in the train station or sneaker store or club, and then it would go down, and if you wasn't there or nobody got killed or if they did, it just happened. It was, now, before your family know, the whole world is crazy. Where I walked the track at Kensico Dam, one day there's an old lady, she's working out, she's coming down. I'm going up. An elderly lady that's working out is coming down. Two young chicks is coming down. The lady, because the stairs is tilted a little, the lady loses her fluidity and goes off to the side, to the woods. Grandma. Now the girls is in front of me. I'm thinking they gonna go get her. First thing they do, phone. Me, y'all crazy? I go help her up, dust her off, curse them out a little bit, keep going up the stairs. But I'm like, this is a shame. This lady was 70-something, 80-something years old.
One thing I take pride in, right?
Privacy.
No, I take pride. One thing I take pride in is that just like you, no matter how successful we are, we move around in the hood. We get a lot of respect. And so one thing I love doing is supporting the community and supporting the local businesses. So whether it's Melba's in Harlem or the Borjillo in East Tremont in the Bronx, the Puerto Rican restaurant, I'm in there.
Pharmacy for Life in Scarsdale.
Pharmacy for Life.
I mean, Juices for Life.
Of course.
White Plain.
But what I'm saying to you is one day I'm in East Tremont in the Borjillo. And two people started to get down. My daughter, I can't lie to you, she Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, they can't imagine none of the shit we've been through.
No,
they don't know none of that shit.
We seen this regular guys arguing over an elevator, whatever. She don't know, and she just like, and we in the hood, and she looked like Little House on the Prairie, a little fur, white hat. They knew this girl ain't from around here, right? But two girls Start arguing, they about to fight. They in the Puerto Rican joint, one of my favorites, and I'm eating. And like a 70, 80-year-old lady got up, pulled out her camera, and said, World Star, World Star.
No.
An 80-year-old lady got up and then threw the camera in my face because I'm in the building.
She got to
And
get
it's
you.
like,
Yeah, that's going to
no,
up
this
her
is
hits.
an 80-year-old.
She get Joe Crack on there,
Shout out my
witnessing the
Titi
fight.
Barbara. My Titi Barbara, she know what time it is. You get in the car with her. She know every young person's raps. Like I met your aunt in City Island. She was telling me records and raps.
Nisi, she loved Nelly.
But she was telling me, the cold rocks. She was throwing words, so I knew she loved hip hop. My aunt's like that too, but I don't think my aunt gonna get up and go world star.
Yeah.
Like the lady got up and said, I had a moment with myself. I sat there, I said, this is fucking going. It's like the Maury show on the streets.
Never turns off.
It never turns off.
That's another thing why I say we had the best era in music, because we had privacy. All of the memories of shit that happened got to stay in the brain. You know what I mean? It was not a bunch of, soon as they sent something, mad phones go up.